500.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
Live from the Volvo 780 Studios. USA. This is JJ Drones Live. And now, here's JJ Drones.
And it's JJ Drones Live, coming to you from the Volvo 780 Studios. Welcome to the program, everybody that's in here. We've got my dad, David Johnson. We've got TJ Giggles and Drones. We've got Robert Emanuelson. Just waiting on our special guest to get out of a service hole with Verizon. So until he gets back in here, because I was talking to him earlier, he said that he was probably going to have about a 15-minute spot where he was going to be in the dark. So let's just go through some of my information. Hey Gary, welcome in. If you'd like to have your video featured on my website, because I don't have one currently for this week, I got one from Daniel from Livin' MN Outdoors last week. He was kind enough to share one of his videos with me, and that's been up on the website now. But you can email me, Jason at jjdrones360.com, and for everything JJ Drones related, you can go to jjdrones360.com. That is where you will see our videos. You will see my featured videos of the week. You can also see my Amazon Associates links, and that is jjdrones360.com/Amazon-1. And there's been a lot of you that have gone to my Amazon links, and I do appreciate that a lot, because that just helps get my name out there a little bit, and it also there is a little bit of a compensation from Amazon for using those. So I do appreciate that. And speaking of compensation, I pretty much do this all on my own. There's no super chats. Amazon or YouTube doesn't pay me anything. So if you would like to donate to the channel, you can go to PayPal. It's at JJ Drones, or you can go to paypal.me/JJ Drones and make a donation there. Also, my very good friend Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors, he is selling bait boxes. $25 if you have no color preference, and $30 if you do have a color preference. And the bait boxes that you will get come in looking like that, and that all includes shipping. So you just go and you can email him, Ted Polonowski Jr. at gmail.com, and he will set you up with a bait box. You can also check out his YouTube channel, and it's right there. It's pretty much Off the Hook Outdoors. Just go to there on YouTube, and you can find his channel. Another thing with Gary, who is Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors, he's going to be having a 250 subscriber live stream coming up, where he's going to be getting he's going to be giving away some prizes. So make sure you watch out for that. If you're not subscribed to Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors, do me a favor and go over and check him out. Also, 906 Quilting Services, I pinned their comment in the chat earlier this afternoon. And if you get a chance, go to her YouTube channel and show her some support, because she's just starting out and needs all the support she can get right now, just starting out her YouTube channel. So TJ Giggles and Drones, where in Michigan am I? Right now I'm actually in Wisconsin, but I live in the UP of Michigan, in the Iron Mountain, Kingsford, Quinnipiac area. So that is where I am located at. But usually when people ask me where in Michigan am I at, they're usually talking about the Lower Peninsula. Let me go back so that you can see me again. There you go. Now, let's see here. Jeff Marks is going to be our special guest. So when he gets in here, I'm going to bring him up on the live stream. But until then, I'm just going to fill in some time. One thing that we did announce last week, and I know there's not a whole lot of people in here right now. So, but the passports for stamps, and when we do decide to sell those, oh, okay, thank you. Where is she from in Michigan, TJ? But so when we do decide to do the passports, they're going to be $10, and then with that $10, you can send Haley, or send me your logo for your YouTube channel, and then Haley will turn that into a format so that you can go over to another website and you can create a stamp, and then you can bring that passport book when you do meetups with other YouTubers. So, but I still want to put that out there as a suggestion, trying to see if we can get some interest in that. Oh, she's from Monroe, all the way down there near Detroit. I'm very familiar with Monroe, Michigan, because there was, I don't know if there still is, but there was a Big Boy right across the street from the Travel Centers of America. And that was one place that I would frequent quite often when I was pulling flatbed, and we'd pick up steel down there in the south side of Detroit. So very familiar with Monroe, Michigan. And again, still waiting for our special guest. We're going to discuss a little bit about trucking today, and a lot of it's just going to be what he's been doing over the last 13 years, because he and I have pretty much not stayed in contact as much as I would like, but he was my second trainee that I had in my truck when I drove for Prime. So it's going to be an interesting conversation when he gets back. Awesome, Gary. Thank you so much for letting me know. I don't know why it wasn't working earlier, but that's just a thing. It's just a thing with YouTube, I guess. Let's see here. I think the last time we went down there, we went to go eat at that Big Boy. Yeah, and they used to have this really good buffet where you could go and you could pretty much just completely gorge yourself. And they had the all-you-can-eat cheeseburgers there, and I'm not proud to say how many cheeseburgers that I've eaten off of that buffet, but it was a lot. And the one thing that you always used at Big Boy was their special seasoning salt, and you used to be able to buy it when you go to Big Boy. You'd have your own. Yes, Gary. Yes. I'm sorry. You are allowed to eat during the live streams. I'm not telling you don't eat during the live streams. I don't want you to be going hungry, buddy. In fact, if you're going to grill out or something, just make sure you have enough for everybody. But yeah, the Big Boys used to have a special seasoning salt that they sold as a proprietary thing, and man, that was good on the burgers and the fries and pretty much, well, anything else. But yeah, I used to love going to that Big Boy down there, and now I'm getting hungry. So we're gonna wait a few more minutes and see if Jeff pops up on video. If not, I'm gonna give him a call and see if we can't get him in on the phone. But he did say that it was going to be about 15 minutes when he was going to lose service, and he lost service like 5 minutes before the live stream ended. So we're going to give it a few more minutes. I see that hat hook on the new hat. Nice touch. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate that. In fact, before the live stream tonight, I actually went out and did some fishing, and I did some fishing yesterday as well, because I'm here for some training next week. So Monday through Friday, I'm going to be doing training. And so while I was not doing anything, I decided to go down and use my Wisconsin fishing license, and I did some fishing, and I caught 10 bluegill and 1 bass today. And yesterday I caught 8 bluegill. So it was a very productive day of fishing for me. In fact, I wasn't sure what to expect. But I did bring the GoPro with me today. So I did get a little bit of footage from fishing. I don't know how it's going to turn out because I've never used it to fish before, but we'll see what is salvageable when I get the footage put into the computer and see if there's anything that I can use it for. If nothing else, hopefully like a short or something like that. But it was a lot of fun. In fact, I picked up. I usually use beaver tail worms when I go fishing. And today I used Ohio red worms. I did not see Cody's my tongue is tied today. I did not see Cody's latest short video. No. I'm going to have to check it out. In fact, I don't think that he would mind. Well, I don't want to do it unless he's here. But if he was here, I would definitely ask him permission to show it. Hey, baby girl, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Just waiting for Jeff to get service back. We got some people coming in now. Appreciate all of you who are here. And we will see if... let's see here. It was funny, I called him Bob Ross while he's working him out recently. He played on that very well. He just needs to get that wig. And then he can... if he has like the big fro wig and he's doing his deer mounts with the pick in the hair, that would be hilarious. So now I definitely want to watch that short. Battery is still in the back of the pickup. In the back of my pickup, Dad? Oh, he did. Yes, that's going to be definitely something that I have to check out. I'm not sure what battery you're talking about, Dad. Hey, JJ, I'm feeling a little draft. Can you throw me on some blue jeans? Yes, sir. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. Because as of right now... I don't... Oh, okay, for the boat. All right, we're going to try calling Jeff on the phone and see if we can get him this way. And it sounds like...
Hello.
There you are.
Yes, sir. I was just getting ready to join your live stream.
Okay, well, we got you on the phone. Do you want to come on video or no?
Yeah, well, it may hold service better if I just stay like this for a little while.
Okay, well, why don't we try this for a while, and welcome to the program, Mr. Jeff Marks. There we go.
I am sorry for your viewership. You can't see this beautiful, charming face this time. But I promise I will show my face before the end of the live stream.
Hey, how you doing there? We got Who is Tender Heart? Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here. That's a new one. I haven't seen you in here before yet, so thank you for coming into the program.
See, it's a good idea to have me on your broadcast here because I bring in all the good new people.
You do, because I wasn't expecting to see a new person, but I guess I should, right?
I mean,
there we go. Let me go and see. There we go. TJ Giggles and Drones. You should be blue. Okay. Now, Jeff.
yes.
How you doing?
Oh well, I'm doing good, doing good. I'd be even better if this light would turn green, but I'm great.
Hey, Stormy Sky Road Productions. Thanks for coming in. I understand that you have company. Thank you for coming in, though. Let's see here. I am Barack. Hey, Barack, how are you? Appreciate you coming in. And let's see, who is Tender Tart? Who is Tender Heart? No, you have not. I've been on your live stream many a time, and your wife fishing on your boat. Sorry that you don't. Sorry about that. Who is Tender Heart? I feel bad that I don't recognize you. But anyways.
Tender Heart, don't feel bad. He's old. We need to get his glasses checked.
My glasses checked. I need to get my brain checked.
Well, I mean, I was trying to be nice.
Yes, I am live, and I am happy, Barack. Barack is one of my viewers that watches me from time to time from Turkey.
Oh. You've made it international.
I did, and I'm glad that you knew that that was a country and not a bird.
Well, I mean, I always thought turkey tasted good with mayonnaise on wheat bread, slice of cheese, but yes, I knew it was a country.
So, why don't you start off by introducing yourself, Mr. Jeff Marks?
Hi, my name's Jeff Marks. I'm an alcoholic. I mean, a truck driver. Me and Jason sat down and figured it up a while ago. I've been driving truck about 14 years. I'm the prettiest person you'll ever meet. That's why he won't put my face on the screen next to his. I've got 3 of my own kids and a stepson, and an angry ginger wife who I love dearly.
Well, there's only one reason she's angry.
Because of me.
Yes. Haley wants to know, do you have some random pictures of Jeff? I want something to look at.
Wow.
I do. It's on the thumbnail of the video.
Haley, I promise. When I get to Nashville, I will put this beautiful, stunning creation of God on your screen.
Hey, Dan, welcome in. Droning Veteran says, what's up, everyone? Just finished shooting and flying. Now I'm here. Perfect day in my books. Absolutely. Droning Veteran is over in Utah, and he was out doing some some firearms fun today.
That's always a good day.
Yes. Let's see. Haley says, Baraka would be truly impressed, but I would like to think more that you are a wonderful person. Yes, Barack is a wonderful person, and the fact that he comes here every week is absolutely fantastic. He's a computer programmer over in Turkey, and he flies drones for a hobby. So, and he's been pretty much my longest supporter on Instagram. But so, Jeff, you have an Instagram, right?
Somewhere lost in time and space.
I just figured you said that you were going to put the greatest creation God ever made on my screen, so I figured you would have an Instagram.
Somewhere I'd have to go back and find my login information. I don't even remember what my account name was at this point.
Well, you had so many followers, you had to shut it down for a while, right?
That and Playgirl Mac just want me to come be a centerfold for them.
Well, that happens from time to time.
It does. It does. I was going to go under the name Mike Honcho.
Oh. And I'm sure that that's probably still out there, right?
It is. It is.
Okay, good. So you and I, we met back years and years ago when you were a teenager and you were raising horses.
Yep.
And
you were in your mid to late 40s.
Right. Yes. I was in my mid to... Yes, I was in my mid to late 40s back then. And you had a couple of horses, and you let me ride one.
Yes, I did.
And what happened when you let me ride said horse?
Well, coincidentally, it took him another 10 years, but he finally died.
Jeez.
No, he developed a limp.
Yes, and then you put me on another horse. And what happened to that horse?
He miraculously developed a limp.
So what did you learn from putting me on one of your horses?
Jason, you and livestock do not mix.
But that is... thank you, Dan. I appreciate you. Yes, don't forget to hit that like button when you come in. Haley says, Dan, you didn't do shooting while flying, right? No, hopefully not. And then the mustache is thick on that man. So I'm guessing she's talking about you.
About me?
Yeah, you have a mustache that's thick.
I've got a goatee.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, I do. I cannot repeat what my father calls it, but
So your dad and I, hey Gio, welcome. Appreciate you being here. So your dad and I, we were friends long before you and I ever met.
Yes.
And we both drove for a trucking company, and your dad pulled curtain side, and I drove flatbed. And your dad was not too handy with roof supports.
No, he. Matter of fact, I can recall on 2 separate occasions of him forgetting them at customers.
And then the one time when he forgot a roof support, I may have been around the area at the time, and it may have snowed like 8 feet overnight, and then the entire roof collapsed.
Yes, I recall said situation.
And so when that happened, we had to get all of the snow off the roof of his dad's trailer, and then we went to the truck stop to try and find something that we could use to prop up his roof. And me being the rookie at the time, which I rarely had maybe less than a year of driving, I decided that it was going to be a good idea to use a load lock, which I didn't even know what they were at the time. All I saw was this bar that extended. I was like, why don't we try this? So he put that into his trailer, and he ran around with that load lock as a roof support for weeks.
Yeah, matter of fact, he came home with it that way and loaded out of a local flooring mill there at the house. And that load lock was still in there.
So fast forward, from that point in time on until you decided that you were going to become a truck driver against your dad's best wishes and common sense at first, and then he was okay with it because he said as long as you had me as a trainer, he would be comfortable with you going out there, right?
Something to the effect thereof. I can't repeat the exact wordage he used.
Yes.
But yes, he highly recommended you as a trainer.
So you came out and you drove for Prime Incorporated, and I know you're not proud of it, and neither am I. But we all have to do things we're not proud of. And you went through their training. And the first 4 weeks you went with somebody else.
Yes.
And then you came back and you passed your CDL test. And then after that, then you were with me for about a year?
Roughly a year.
And during that time, did I teach you anything?
Well, you taught me how to catch a flight at the Newark, New Jersey International Airport.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell my favorite story.
Yes, go for it.
There was the night we had close quarters maneuvering training in the middle of the desert in California.
Okay.
We were going to load oranges, and I can't remember where we were at now to save my life. But we missed a turn. Well, about a mile up from where we were supposed to turn, there was a 24-hour fuel station, and you said, you can turn around that. I believe we can get in there. And I pulled in there, and there was a chain link fence all the way around.
There sure was.
Where we pulled in. And you said, I think you're going to have to back out of it. It's too tight. And I decided right then and there I was turning that darn truck around because I was not backing out on the highway. And I'll be darned if we didn't get turned around and headed out without touching the first chain link fence. We got close and scared it, but we never touched it.
That's right. And you didn't even have to go out and slide your fifth wheel or nothing.
Because I had an excellent driver trainer.
That's right. Geo Outdoors says that I started driving for my uncle in Fort Worth, Texas, hauling grain to the mill and cattle around Texas. So he went up the hard way.
Brother, I feel your pain. I did the grain and cattle for a long time. And I'm glad to have this little black box strapped to my dash telling me when to go to bed.
Speaking of that, so when you were with me at Prime, you learned all about hours of service and how to follow the rules and how to be a good boy.
Uh-huh.
And you also learned about weight restrictions, didn't you?
I did.
On your way to a Walmart distribution center. Do you recall that?
I do. We were following a set of Prime given directions, and it led us to a 4-ton weight restricted wooden bridge in the middle of a dirt road.
Hey, Bobby, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. So when you came to that said bridge, what did you have to do? Or let's back up a little bit. How long was it from the time that we got off of the one road up until the time that we got up to that supposed bridge?
Approximately 10 to 15 miles.
And what did I tell you when we came up to that bridge?
You're either going to have to gun it and go across it or back all the way out.
Because it was 2-lane road all the way to it, right?
With no place to get off or turn around.
Right. And what was your choice?
I backed up about 100 yards, and I put that Freightliner in the highest gear I could get it in, and we bounced across that wooden bridge.
That wooden bridge reminds me of the movie Funny Farm, according to Gary. and Geo says, grab a gear and hammer on it.
There was probably half a tire touching at any given time crossing that bridge.
Yeah, it was not a fun experience for either one of us, but we did make it to our destination.
We did, and it only cost us an entire pack of cigarettes between the two of us.
And then we did find the right way to go when we did leave there, though.
We did.
So,
their directions were bad, and they owned it.
Yep, they were horrible. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And then after you got done work, you drove for Prime for another year after you left my truck.
I did.
And then when you left Prime, because I had left Prime and I went to another flatbed company, Melton Truck Lines. And then I called you up and I said, hey, Jeff, if you're not happy at Prime, why don't you come over to Melton Truck Lines?
And I caught the first Greyhound bus to their Birmingham terminal out of Springfield.
Right. And what happened when you came to Melton Truck Lines, buddy?
It was all good, happy, honky-dory. They kept me loaded, kept the door shut. And they were, at the time, they were a good company to work for.
Geo says, do like they do now and follow the GPS. Well, back then, that wasn't GPS directions. That was written directions from Prime's database of directions. So that's what it was. That's what was sad about that entire thing. But but what happened to my miles when you came to Melton, buddy?
The dispatch office decided that you had created such a great truck driver that they were going to take all your miles and put them on with my miles to where I got 3,000, 3,200 miles a week, and you sat nights and weekends in truck stops and every major holiday.
Yes, absolutely. So, but you did make out like a bandit there for a while.
I did for just out a year.
Yep. Yes, and you cannot overstate how important it is to use a Rand McNally, right, Jeff?
I love a Rand McNally Atlas.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest with everybody right now. To this day, I do not have a GPS at all in my truck. When I get stopped and get on your screen, I will show you I don't have a GPS. I use a road map.
You do. And
everywhere I go.
And you do update it every year, right?
No, because the roads don't change that frequent.
But you got the laminated book, right?
I have the laminated book. Matter of fact, now that I'm not doing routine hauls, I guess you'd call them dedicated runs, what you call them in this industry, or this line of the industry.
Yep.
I went out and got a 2022 when I got issued this truck.
Wow. Look at you all fancy.
So, yeah. I'm fancy like Applebee's on a date night.
Oh boy. Now now you're trying to get me a copyright strike. Okay, moving on. But so after you left Melton, that's pretty much where we kind of lost touch because you became, well, we had this agreement that if you were going to become an owner-operator at any point in time in your career, that you were going to call me, and I was going to talk you out of it.
Yes.
And you didn't want to have to call me and tell me you were going to be an owner-operator.
Yeah, that would be correct. I didn't want to hang my head in shame.
Hey, Cece, welcome. I appreciate you coming in. So when you became an owner-operator, what were you hauling?
I was hauling cattle and a 53-foot spread axle double-deck cow trailer.
Okay.
Along with a 40-foot frameless end dump and a hopper bottom.
Now, Jeff, just for the record, because Gio says that he can tell that you don't wear flip-flops. Is it a fact that you do not wear a tracksuit, flip-flops, or sandals with socks?
Right now, I am wearing a pair of Wrangler cowboy cut blue jeans with a pair of Ariat work boots. I have never went a day of work without slipping on a pair of work boots and wearing blue jeans. Matter of fact, my wife got mad at me a while ago because I do not own a pair of shorts.
Wow. I own them, I just never wear them.
I don't even own a pair.
Well, there you go. And Gio says that you were a true trucker. So congratulations, Jeff. I raised you right.
I feel honored to have the title as a true trucker.
Yes.
I would be a third generation, along with Jason's approval.
Yes.
I am a certified truck driver.
Yes.
I am not a steering wheel holder.
No, absolutely not. My dad says, and my dad's in the chat, so you can say hi to Obi-Wan.
Hi, Obi-Wan. Long-time listener, first-time talker.
And he says Wrangler also makes shorts.
I don't own a pair of those. I'll have to look into that.
So when you left, or when you started becoming an owner-operator, you were doing fairly well.
Yes.
And then something occurred. And I'm not really quite sure what it was, but there was something that occurred that made you have to get out of the trucking industry, or out of the owner-operator thing.
Yes.
What was that, Jeff?
Let me find a tactful way to word this. Joe Biden.
Not to get sidetracked, but Cece says that that is different from the truckers up in Canada, because she lives up in Canada. They have up there. They have to have jeans, shirts, and shoes no matter what the weather. Well, as soon as they get down to the U.S., CC, they all wear sweatpants or track pants, T-shirts, and flip-flops or sandals with socks.
They do. I will attest to that, and it's kind of mortifying.
She worked as a customs broker and had to deal with truckers from their warehouse. So, yeah, they definitely changed that. Hey, Adrian, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. And no problem. That was a really good conversation last night. And I'm glad that you brought it up, because it definitely is something that needs to be brought up. And just say Brandon. You don't have to say the JB. Just say Brandon, and everybody will know what we're talking about.
Let's go, Brandon.
Geo says, I was an owner-op for years until the fuel rates went up and freight rates went down. What? Jeff, you don't know anything about that, do you?
My freight rates held steady. I was getting $4.85 a mile
Okay.
hauling cattle.
Okay.
I was getting roughly 48 cents a bushel hauling grain.
Okay.
So my checks ranged between 5,500 to 10,000 a week.
Okay.
But when the fuel went up, and that old Peterbilt I had was not light on fuel by any means.
3 miles to the gallon.
On a good day, yes. It was an 85 with a 3406B that had been turned way up. But yeah, when fuel started hitting 550 in Tennessee, I decided that I was done. I wasn't dealing with it. My insurance doubled that month too, so that was a good reason to quit.
So it wasn't really the fuel costs; it was the insurance costs that pretty much crippled you.
Yes.
And that was happening to a lot of drivers. A lot of drivers in the owner-operator space were all seeing their cargo insurance and their truck insurance double, if not triple.
I have talked to a couple of friends of mine, and matter of fact, my cousin, and right now his cargo insurance is right at $40,000 a year for one truck.
Wow. Geo says back in the late 80s or so, he had a 379 large car. Ooh.
Nice trucks. Nice trucks.
Well, now Geo, in order for it to be a large car, you had to have the drop visor and the drop bumper on the front. Did you have that? I mean, isn't that accurate, Jeff?
In today's time, no. As long as it's got a big, nice square hood on it, they consider it a large car. But back in the 80s, it had to be decked out.
Oh, yeah. It's got to have the chicken lights and everything.
It had to have the whole 9 yards.
Bobby says, hauling cattle, you have to wear Wranglers and cowboy boots. It is in the contract. It needs to be done.
You also have to drink Coors beer and smoke Marlboro cigarettes.
Yes. And Cece says, I even dated a trucker from Tennessee many, many years ago. Jeff, this could be the lost love of your life.
Oh my gosh! I never thought. You know, I did go to Canada once.
Once.
You were there. We made a wrong turn and wound up at the customs checkpoint in Maine.
We about made a international incident at that point in time. But welcome, Ted. Appreciate you listening. Don't do anything like texting and driving or anything. So, but I appreciate you listening to the show. And Gio said that insurance got him out of being an owner-operator. CC says the cost of being independent is too much. That must stop and work for the city. Let's see here. And Gio says that, oh, hell yeah, chicken lights and stovepipes.
Yes, sir.
That noise he keeps making is eh. What noise? I don't know what noise you're talking about. And oh no, Bobby, he's got a roll of Copenhagen everywhere he goes.
Yes, I've got 8 cans above my head right now.
Let's see here. CC says, do you guys still have the time locks on your trucks? Up here, after 16 hours, your truck won't start. No, we don't have that. We've never had it to where it'll shut your truck off and your truck won't start. But if you continue to drive past your hours, it'll scream at you a lot.
A lot. Very loudly.
This question is for you, Jeff. Do you know why cattle racks have a bell hanging from the ICC bumper?
Well, It's kind of a personal preference. I always had a pair of bull balls, I guess you would say, hanging from mine. But I'm not really sure why they put them on there. I'm going to be honest.
So yeah, that's a good that's a good question to answer, GL. No, sorry, Jeff. His name was David.
No.
Adrian, appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you being here. Ted saying, what's going on, everyone? Bobby bought 20 rolls when he was in Wyoming at the reservation. Probably.
Brother, I'm sorry. That's one of the highest places to buy. It's Wyoming.
Ooh, really?
It's nearly as bad as Oregon.
Well, it can't be as bad as California, and he lives down in the LA area.
When I was learning how to drive truck, a wise driver once told me always buy in Kentucky or Missouri.
Yes, that's a very wise driver. I'm glad that he's, giving you information. But are you ready for the answer, Jeff?
Okay, let's hear it.
When the driver comes out from eating dinner, they kick it to tell JB Hunt to get out of the trailer they're leaving.
That's pretty good. I like that.
I'm going to remember that one. And he paid half the price from what they charge over in California.
Oh, well, you can't blame a man for getting it cheaper than at home.
Jeff, you might know the answer for this. If you're coming to Canada, do you still have the express check-in?
To go into Canada?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Okay. So I haven't been into Canada since they changed the rules and you had to have a passport or enhanced license to go into Canada. But I've been to Canada several times, and I do have a horror story of one of my trips into Canada back when I drove for rail. So she's been out of service for 3 years, so she's not sure what the rules are.
I'll be honest, I am still studying all of that because I have to go get my my Joe Biden shot and my passport per company policy, just in case they need me to go. But I can look and put it in the chat if I need to.
Okay. Off the Hook Outdoors, Ted is giving us a quiz. What was the longest cast ever made with a fishing rod? Do you know the answer?
I do not. I'm curious to know.
If I remember correctly, Ted, I believe it was 993 feet. I know it was close to that. Yeah, that was actually the older record, GL. It was 774.97 feet. 939. Yep, 939.
That's a pretty good cast.
Yep. JJ Drones when he caught a tree. And then my dad says, what boat did it hook up to? Cece says the company I worked for has an office in the USA and their site has all the rules and regulations if you're interested.
What company was that?
She didn't say, but if you're interested, I'm sure she'll put it in the comments.
Yeah, I'd be interested to take a look at it.
Okay, so it was 993 feet, not 939. Still, 993 feet is huge. I mean, that's over 2 football fields.
I do good to drive that far and not pull over and take a nap.
Let's see here. How many fish did Ted catch this year? Ooh, that's... Now, you see, Ted, that's a good one. And I'm going to say that you've caught Oh, let's see. I'm going to say you've caught 28 fish.
I'm going to weigh in on this. I believe a man like Ted could do better than 28. I'm going to say around 38.
Ooh, we've got 38 and we've got 28. Haley says 69.
Good number. Good number. I love that number.
And then we've got Bobby says more than Jason. Well, I've caught 19 fish between yesterday and today. So I'm racking up my totals now.
He does good on a regular year to catch a cold, but we're going to give him this one.
CC says they have many offices all over the U.S. and Canada and around the world. If not, they have agents. Farrow.com. FARROW.com.
Okay.
And if you need me to save that for you, I will save that for you and send it to you after the live stream.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
And they also have their own truckers and warehouses. And welcome to the show, Carl. Appreciate you being here. And Gio doesn't record how many he catches because he has way too many. Gary from Jailbait and Tackle, his guess is 378. The man is wounded from fishing. So mean.
Wow.
No, actually, the man is wounded because he picked up something that he probably shouldn't have because it was too heavy, and he pulled a bicep. A bicep.
A bicep?
Yes. Hey, Bobby, thanks for coming in. Yeah, get that edit done. Appreciate you coming in, though, buddy. Let's see. They are one of the largest and family-owned companies.
Wow.
And Carl's been here. He's just been lurking. So thank you for coming out of the shadows. Ted says, well, I don't know. You guys are supposed to watch my videos, but it's over 350. Well, I don't keep track of how many you catch, Ted.
How many did you keep? That is the real question. How many did you keep?
Well, his famous saying is, I don't want to eat you. I just want to meet you.
Oh, well, that's a good saying. I like that.
Let's see. Bobby made an 8-hour turn yesterday to Lake Mead. Oh my gosh. That's going to be an awesome video, Bobby. I can't wait to see that. I think I like my office job without the injury. I know I'm slacking.
What's new?
Yes. And Ted says that he has kept 0 fish. 0. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I see something other than 18 hours? I'm sorry. 18 hours. CC says if they are a legal limit, they go in the fryer, not catch and release.
Oh.
We have a debate going on.
I like CC's theory.
And Ted's going to get into drone racing.
You'll have to get Jason in on that. See who's as faster, who can make the better video.
So when you got out of being an owner-operator, how long did you do that for?
An owner-operator?
Yeah.
Well, when I left Milton Truck Lines, a good friend of mine from Savannah, Tennessee called and wanted me to come drive his truck, and I did that for 2 years. And a victim of circumstance, he had to shut down, so I bought a truck, and I was an owner-operator for about eight years altogether.
Okay.
And it was, it's kind of like a poem. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Okay.
I made good money. I never saw my wife and kids, and I was never home.
Just have to read this comment from Karl Marx.
Okay.
Good afternoon, brother. No relation to your guest that I know of. Great last name, though.
Yes, it is, Carl. I like it pretty well myself too.
And you're all great, and you're both excellent truck drivers. But I didn't train the Carl one. I just trained the Jeff one. Gary says CPR, catch, photograph, and release. Gio loves fishing for bass, but he doesn't like the taste. And Haley says CC seems like her homestead is more like I'm eating what I catch more than I can just drive to a store and buy it, which is probably true. And CC said Gio just got the notice that you almost sunk your boat. Oh yeah, he forgot to put in the boat plug, and Ted is getting a Chevy drone, so it will be broken down in the sky. Hope it comes with the Chevy parachutes.
It'll be sitting on his kitchen table on blocks.
And that's only because I drive Fords and Jeff drives Dodge.
Well, I'm going to tell on myself.
Oh.
I have
Oh boy.
I have 3 Chevrolets at home.
Yeah, but whose fault is that?
Not mine.
I know whose fault is that.
That would be Lacey's.
And why is that?
Because she is diehard Chevrolet.
Exactly.
I am Mopar through and through, but for some reason we're a house divided.
You are a house divided. And you still have your horses, right?
We have a total of 5.
So you've got 5 you've got 5 horses.
Yes.
And I know that you used to have cattle.
A long time ago.
Okay, so you don't have the cattle anymore.
No, I let that go when buying bottle calves went from $20 a calf to about $800 a calf.
Oh, I mean it's a big difference. Doc Talk
Yes.
with Z, appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. And looks like we still have about 10 people in here, and I don't know how many likes we have. We've got 15 likes, so appreciate all of you coming in and hitting the like button. And then, so now who are you driving for now?
I am currently driving for Central Oregon Truck Company.
And how are they treating you?
They're pretty good people. I have no complaints. They made a payroll error on Friday, and I called up there and talked to them, and before I got off the phone, they had it straightened out, and I had the right amount of money in my bank account, and I can't argue with that.
No, you can't argue with that. That's awesome.
They try to take care of their drivers, very safety oriented.
Okay. First of all, I hate to break this up because I like to stay on task, but Haley says so we're RVing to Jeff's to ride horses next vacation, right?
Just go ahead and let me know in advance, and I'll set my home time to be there.
Not only that, but you'll also get the braces ready for the horses.
Yes, because every time Jason gets on one, I've got to hire a chiropractor and a physical therapist to come out and fix them.
Gio says, did you all hear that Ford and Dodge are putting a heated tailgate on their trucks so when you break down in the winter you don't get cold?
I didn't hear that about Dodge, but I knew Ford and Chevrolet were.
So you're doing flatbed again. You definitely don't want to go out there and work easy. You want to do the hard work.
It's not worth making money unless you actually work for it.
Ooh. So you're trying to say that I don't work for my money? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's harder to throw around a 150-pound tarp than it is close and latch a door.
That's true. That's very, very true.
I don't judge other drivers.
Carrie says that your horses probably chew Copenhagen too. No, but I can't verify that, but I do know that they used to enjoy McDonald's double cheeseburgers, not raw but plain, and the McChicken sandwiches.
They also like Levi Garrett. They're not Copenhagen horses. They like the old Levi Garrett in the pouch, or the like what your grandparents used to have, that twisted tobacco.
Right.
Yep, they like tobacco pretty good.
Talk with Z says he's serious. A heated tailgate would be nice for fishing. Absolutely, it would.
I would buy one for every truck I own if I could fish off of it.
The government pays my dad to stay home, and he doesn't do a very good job of that staying home part.
Are you Obi-Wan doesn't?
No, he's always off doing something. Let's see.
A man of that stature has things he wants to go do.
Yeah. Gio says, well, guys, I'm out of here. Driver, keep the sunny side up and the hammerfoot down. Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming in, Gio. I appreciate you coming in and enjoying the live stream with us. So, what are you hauling now, buddy?
I have a load of plywood going to Paducah, Kentucky.
And then you're going to pick up gypsum board and you're going to take that over to North Carolina, right?
Yep.
So you've pretty much got at least about, 1,500 miles just with those two loads?
Yeah. And I'll deliver my Jimson on Tuesday, and I should have a big load going to the West Coast after that.
So do you have like a recruiting bonus or something?
I do. I don't particularly partake in that.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, if you wanted to put a plug-in out there for your recruiting bonus, I was going to allow you to go ahead and do that.
But if anybody would like to talk to me about Central Oregon Truck Company, I'll talk to anybody that wants to ask questions.
Yes.
I'll give you the details. As of now, they've taken good care of me, good, respectful people. I don't have to wait for a reload. If I wait more than 1 hour, they pay me $100.
My dad says pick up quilts in Paducah.
I don't think I'd be able to get those strapped down very tight.
So if you're interested in learning more about Central Oregon trucking, they're a flatbed company out of Redmond, Oregon, right?
Yep, Redmond.
And they have a terminal down in Alabama, or it was Alabama, right?
They just recently acquired Hornaday out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, so they have a terminal in Birmingham, Alabama. They've got a terminal up there in Redmond, Washington, and Redmond, Oregon. There's an Oregon and a Washington, so I get that mixed up every once in a while. So if you're interested and to start a career driving flatbed, all you have to do is go ahead and email me, Jason at jjdrones360.com, and I will pass on your information to Jeff. And Jeff is pretty good about calling people back, unless your name is JJ Drones. But other than that, he's pretty good about calling people back.
Well, there's one other person I'm pretty rough at calling back, but we won't call any prime drivers out on this podcast or broadcast.
Ted says I'm hauling a Ranger boat to Pittsburgh, so I could be a truck driver, right?
For this one trip, we'll allow it.
Well, here's the question, though, Jeff. We can't
Okay.
we can't let him get off that easy. Are you wearing jeans and closed shoes? That's
Yeah,
yeah.
he can't be wearing a Hawaiian print shirt, cargo shorts, and flip flops. We can't allow that.
No. Cece says that truckload of lumber divert to Toronto to her backyard.
Yep. It just came in on my messages. I've got the address. I'll be there in about 48 hours.
Okay, here's a good question for you, Jeff. I know the answer, but I'll let you answer it. Do kids nowadays still do the pull the horn for the truck drivers?
On occasion, yes and no. It's not as common as it used to be, but they still do it.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be an everyday thing, right?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 times a day.
Right, and now you're lucky if you see it once a week.
Last week I didn't see it at all.
Wow. Now, I don't know if were you on the road during the pandemic?
I was.
Okay. Did you have people drive past you and then just out of the blue everybody just started doing the whole thumbs up thing?
Yep.
They drive past you and all the people in the cars would put their hand out their window and they'd give the big old thumbs up.
Yes.
And now they just go back to cussing you out everywhere you go.
Well, it changed now. It's no longer the thumbs up. It's the your number 1 finger.
Right. I got. I'm sorry, but we got a description of what Ted's wearing.
Okay.
He's got camo shorts, no undies, and tennis shoes. He's not wearing panties, Jeff.
Shut up, stupid.
The only thing that I was missing was the Roger beep.
I'm sorry. I thought that came across my CB. I am so sorry.
Ted just made everybody sick. So
I think my Dairy Queen came back for a visit after hearing that.
well, at least it wasn't Chipotle.
Yes.
That's
yes,
all I'm saying.
It takes a lot to get the bloodstains out of your underwear.
But not a sponsor, but get some Chipotle away.
Yes, it worked for Eric Cartman.
Yes. He can catch fish, but I think I've caught more fish in the last 2 days than Ted did.
Wow.
We're gonna have to go to the numbers. CC got the visual. Hang a low so. Everybody, tomorrow is Commando Monday, sponsored by Off the Hook Outdoors.
Wow. Can we get off the Hook Outdoors underwear? Because I would go commando for tomorrow.
Would you?
Yeah, for a pair of free underwear.
Oh my gosh. We have to figure out how to do that. Because that would be hilarious.
I would even come on his live stream wearing them.
Yes. And there was a time that we discussed you walking the truck stop in a bikini.
We did.
And how did that go?
unexpected.
Okay, why don't you tell us about it, Jeff?
Well, it was fine until this very large gentleman wanted to be more than friends.
He wanted to be more than friends, huh?
Yes.
And did you then leave?
Me and my high heels came back to the truck as quickly as we could do it and not break an ankle.
Gary says maybe that will come his with his apparel sponsor. Haley says, "Am I hearing correctly? You need me to create Ned underwear." And then Ted says he'll send you a pair with a sticker on the front.
That'll work. Just no thongs, please. I can't handle a little string up my crack.
Oh boy, here we go. And this is why I wanted to have Jeff on the program, because this is just the way that we talk when we're on the phone. This is Jeff is not only a brother to me, but a really good friend, and just over the years I've seen him grow up, and it's crazy that he's been in the trucking industry as long as he has. CC says, well, being a trucker, you see a lot of things out there. Yeah, we do.
You do. A lot of crazy things, too. Early Thursday morning, I had a lady walking down the right-hand shoulder of Interstate 40 step out in front of me.
Oh.
And I don't know if she rethought her decision to do so, but she went back to the shoulder very quickly before I got to her.
Thank God for that.
So, yeah, you see a lot of stupid and strange things.
Yes. Doc Talk with Z said, I drove through a dead zone. I'm going to need a replay of the bikini story. Would you like to do a replay real quick, Jeff?
I can. Needless to say, the short version is a very large, dark-skinned man wanted to be more than friends, and me and my stilettos hightailed it back to Jason's truck.
Yeah. Oh, we got a Kojak with a Kodak. What's that mean, Jeff?
I just passed 2 Tennessee State Troopers back there on the shoulder.
Taking pictures, right?
Yes, sir. They're at the 71-mile marker on I-65.
CC should look for her old CB. Well, Jeff's got a CB. I've got a CB. And if Jeff has a Roger Beep and we ride together, I'm going to take his CB and I'm going to relocate it.
I put my very big CB in the truck.
Yes.
The one that I can talk to California if I want to.
Yes.
That way, every time I talk to Jason, it can go beep. Just because you love the Roger Beep.
Your CB is going to be relocated.
Okay.
Yes.
I've got a backup just in case anything happens to that one.
All right, Gary. He needs to take a 10-200.
Woo. Don't forget toilet paper if you're not near a bathroom. If you don't have toilet paper, I recommend using a sock. You can get 3 wipes out of it.
Well, there you go. But so through the years, or through the time that you were in my truck, how many CB radios did you talk me into buying?
One that I can remember.
No. My truck had 3 CBs in it, my friend.
I only remember one.
Okay, so we started off with the Cobra Classic.
Uh-huh.
And then we got the Galaxy.
Yes.
And we got the Galaxy because we wanted to have more power.
Yeah. Galaxy 44 back when they made a good radio.
Now, then you introduced me to something made by Cobra that was a complete gimmick. Do you remember what it was?
It was the Bluetooth.
Yes. Is the CB with the Bluetooth microphone that not only could you use it to talk on the CB, you could use it to answer your phone. And yes, CBs are still 40 channels. But if you have the more powerful CBs, it's got the upper and lower.
Mine currently has 120 channels.
Okay, so you have the more powerful.
Yes, I have the big radio.
CC says no TP? Then use all those napkins you keep in the glove box.
Good thought. Good thought.
Dad says to clean the tires. Okay, so when I bought that CB, I thought that it was going to be really cool. But for one, you had to make sure that the mic was always charged. And that mic, when you have a co-driver like Jeff, who's on the CB 99% of the time that he's driving, well, back then, the battery didn't last very long, and it didn't sound really good at all because if you answered a phone call, all of the audio from your phone went through the speaker of the CB, so it sounded like you were actually talking to the CB on somebody else, or to somebody else while you're on the phone. So
it was a letdown.
It was
a letdown.
It was a total letdown. But it was a good idea, just very, very poorly conceived.
It was executed very poorly, but it was the thought that counts.
So that was that was something else. Jeff, you should be in the prepper mod when you're out on the road. Oh, you should be in the prepper mode when you're out on the road. Now, him and I are both kind of on the prepper side when we're on the road. He just loaded up with groceries when he was at home, right?
Yes, I did. I put $200 worth of groceries in a truck.
And I do the same thing, only it's not really groceries, it's food that Haley made.
Matter of fact, I have some of that too. Lacey made sloppy joes.
Oh, there you go.
Potatoes, green beans, and I brought leftovers from dinner last night to eat tonight.
I haven't had sloppy joes in forever.
Oh, you can't beat Manwich.
No, you cannot. Cece says you need a to-go bag on hand just in case. Absolutely.
Yep. Never leave home without a to-go bag.
You got to have one just in case something happens to the truck while you're sleeping, and then you just need to grab it and go.
Yep.
Because you just never know what's going to happen. But I think that pretty much covers everything, and I let it go over an hour because I haven't been able to get you or I wasn't able to get you on video. But
well, I am in Metro Nashville, Tennessee. We can try that if you like.
why don't you bring up the video for about 10 minutes and then we'll close it out.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Let's see here.
Haley does hook me up. I'll tell you that. I've had 3 T-bone steaks on the road this week. Does Manwich beat my red? No, Manwich does not beat your red gravy. Let's see here. And there is Mr. Jeff.
Let's see here.
There we go. Can we hear you? Can you hear me? It was working perfectly before, so I'm sure he's going to come back in a second. Haley is awesome. She is she's basically the brains behind a lot of the stuff that you see here on JJ Drones, like all the logos and stuff like that. She's the brains behind that.
Okay, I'm back with you, Jason.
There we go. Better get the steaks when you can. Yes, dear corner. And there is Jeff Fafa. Dunham.com.
And we do not use /GOV.
We do not. He is driving his Kenworth T680 using his Bluetooth headset, which is made by who?
Road King.
Okay, your Road King.
You know, the same people
Bluetooth
that make
headset?
Yep, same people that make Road King microphones.
There you go. And Gary wants to hear the air horn.
Hang on, let this car get by me so I don't give him a heart attack.
There you go. Ask and ye shall receive.
We don't discriminate. We will blow the horn for anybody that arm pumps.
And do you have something to say to Haley about cell towers, Jeff?
Yes, I do. If you have a chance to talk to the fine people at Verizon Wireless, please have them loosely build cell phone towers in southern Middle Tennessee and northwest Alabama, please.
Okie dokie. Hopefully she got that.
Because Verizon is pitiful at home.
It's pretty bad.
But it's still better than AT&T.
Yes. But they're raising the bill and lowering the bar.
Most definitely.
Yes. And yes, behind every man is a great woman. Notice she didn't say behind every great man is a great woman. So, there you go. And Gary appreciates the fact that you blew the air horn for him. So, thank you very much, Jeff.
No problem.
And Haley can't respond to that at this time. Thank you.
Any effort would be greatly appreciated.
But yeah. So we've already gone through the live stream, and I've actually got to get off here so that I can call the wifey for tonight, because she's requesting my assistance. But I would like to thank you, Jeff, for coming on. If you're not, are you still there?
Yeah.
They're raising 34 towers in the southern state. Oh, I hate to do this to you, Jeff. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Yes,
hear
I'm
me?
still here.
Okay.
Yes, most definitely.
You have any parting words for the audience before we get out of here?
Be safe, be courteous, and everybody come next week.
I appreciate you coming on to the show, Jeff.
Yes, sir. Not a problem.
We'll talk to you later, bud.
All right. Be safe out there.
That was a ton of fun, guys. I really appreciate Jeff coming on to the program. awesome to have him on here. And it was really good to have all of you in the chat tonight and getting a chance to have us catch up a little bit. Let's see here. Same thing, pretty good conversation. Remind me of good old days back then. Yep, absolutely. Everybody have a great afternoon and a great evening. I appreciate all of you being here. And thank you all for coming along for this ride with me and Jeff today. Because Jeff was... It's a lot of fun to have him on the program, and I'm sure that he's going to be back in the future. But thank you so much for coming along for this ride with me, and we'll see you later on down the road. Bye-bye, guys.